I am a collector of pens, and there's nothing that's more fun to me than taking one of those pens and writing on a clean sheet of paper, knowing I can write whatever I want. When I was 4, my mother left our family. My dad remarried shortly thereafter to a woman who didn't really like us much and had severe mental illness. Through a series of events, it was necessitated that my sister and I would move into the foster care program as teenagers. This, of course, was a very lonely time in my life, and I spent a great deal of time reflecting on the story that had been written for me. It was through this, and with God's help, that I realized that I could, figuratively speaking, take a pen to a fresh sheet of paper and write whatever I wanted. This story included, of course, being married to a handsome, worthy priesthood holder who made a lot of money. We would have beautiful, perfect children who never had runny noses or dirty diapers, would always clean their rooms, would obey, sleep through the night, and basically would think I was the coolest. Because, come on, I was the coolest. We would also have a beautiful home that was always clean and well decorated, preferably without me having to do the work. A maid, perhaps. I would also have wonderful meals for my family each day. Again, hopefully by the maid. This was a beautiful story until I had my first baby, and I quickly realized I was writing a fantasy novel. Throughout my life, I've realized that a beautiful story includes conflict. It includes climax resolution with a few unanticipated twists and turns that makes every story exciting. There are some things that I would not have written into my story, like having a daughter who succumbed to a drug addiction and lost her 3 children. There's marital challenges, health challenges, children who didn't obey quite as much as I would have liked, who were late for curfew, who talked back. Many different things. My husband was deployed. I had a couple of babies by myself. None of these things were what I would have anticipated, but they've been a part of a beautiful story. I have come to learn and appreciate that my grown children are some of my very best friends. One of my jobs as a mom was also to provide free entertainment for them. Standing up next to them in a meeting and losing my skirt and don't realize it till I sit down. Hanging from the rafters, screaming while they're laughing at me in the kitchen. My feet were only 3 feet from the ground. Through all of this, again, I have learned that they are my greatest treasures. I have come to appreciate the scripture in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Acknowledge him in all ways, and he shall direct thy paths. I look forward to the many beautiful, exciting chapters of life that lie ahead, including those things that come that are unanticipated, because I know with God that he will make my story rich and beautiful.